Yo, 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 thanks for watching the Spitter Swallow Beer Review, our Drinking and Thinking Spectacular with Shagdog, no jammer. Today I'm going over Kiss albums from 1974 to 1992, my favorite 3 songs off of each album, each studio album. And I'm drinking a mystery beer here because I got to review this one on St. Patrick's Day, so I'm not going to tell you what it is. Hopefully you don't see the label. But it is a nice dark beer. There is a yellow label on it. If you think you can guess what it is, go ahead and guess, and you win my congrats. But I'm going from 1974 to Kiss LP all the way up to 1992 Revenge, my 3 favorite songs. I was going to make this start with the first album, Kiss, the Kiss LP. And Kiss isn't my favorite band. They're probably in my top 10. They're not my favorite, but they have a lot of albums and a lot of songs I like, so... But Kiss, February 1974, or not 70, was it 74? Deuce was the first one? Yeah, Kiss, LP, 1974. My 3 favorite songs off the album is Deuce, Strutter, and Cold Gin. How more classic Kiss can you get, right? That's their first album, and 3 great songs. On the next album, and you gotta remember back in the 70s, even the late 70s, early 80s, Kiss were knocking out album after album every year, sometimes even 2 in 1 year. So the next one, Hotter Than Hell, the original Kiss LP came out in February 74. Hotter Than Hell came out in October 74. And my 3 favorite songs off that one, Parasite, Going Blind, and Coming Home. End of story, right? Now, 5 months later, they come out with another album. Kiss were kicking ass in the 70s. March 75, they released Dressed to Kill. And my 3 favorite songs off that one, Rock Bottom, She, and of course, Rock and Roll All Night. One of their greatest songs, right? Now, finally, they take a year to release the next album, March 1976. One of their greatest albums, Destroyer. And is Destroyer up there in collage? I don't see that one either. It went in order, it looks like. Anyhow, yeah. So, no Destroyer in the collage there, but great album cover on that one, too. But on Destroyer, I love Detroit Rock City, of course, Shout It Out Loud. And most people might think I might have went with Beth, but no. Do You Love Me is my 3rd favorite song off there. Detroit Rock City, Shout Out Loud, and Do You Love Me? Great song. And then they, not even a year, November 76, they come out with Rock and Roll Over. Not as good as some of their other albums. They start kind of slacking a little bit there, but I Want You, Calling Dr. Love, and Hard Luck Woman, which is Peter Criss's song follow-up to Beth. That one wasn't as popular as Beth, but I like that song, Hard Luck Woman. And then June 1977, so 7 months later, another album. I mean, what kind of bands come out with an album every 5, 6, 7, 8 months? I mean, come on. Another great album. Wait, was that... Yeah. This is one of my other favorite albums by them. It was Love Gun. And, of course, my 3 favorite songs off that one, Christine 16, Love Gun, of course, and Plaster Caster. And then they finally have a stretch between 2 albums. That was June 77. It was almost 2 years till they came out with another album. Of course, they did all the Alive. I think after Love Gun, they had Alive 2. Then they had Kiss Double Platinum. And then they finally come out with Dynasty in May 79. And their big hit off that one was I Was Made for Loving You, which kind of have a little bit of a disco funk to it, which that is one of my top 3 songs off that one. I Was Made for Loving You, Sure Knows Something, and Charisma. And I didn't really listen to a lot of Kiss full albums back then in my days, even all the way through high school. But my intro to some of the songs off the album was Gary Miller with his Buick, whatever hell kind of Buick he had, 8-track player, and he had Kiss Dynasty on 8-track, and he would play that 8-track as we cruised or whatever, and That's how I knew that album. And Charisma is probably my favorite song off that album. Love it. Then the next album, we go May 1980, Shandy. And guess what, folks? I don't like one damn song off the album, although I never heard the whole album, but the songs I did hear off it, didn't like it. A lot of people say Music from the Elder was the worst one. To me, Shandy might be the worst one for me. All right, then we go to Music from the Elder, November 1981, a concept album, epic album, whatever hell they wanted to try to do there, because nobody liked it. But it did have a couple good songs on it. Not great songs, but a couple good ones. My three favorite songs off that one was The Oath, Just a Boy, where Paul Stanley goes high, alt, soprano, or whatever the hell he's doing there. And my favorite song off that album is A World Without Heroes. Now, we're going to the next album, Kiss. I think they still had Makeup with the next one, Creatures of the Night. Of course, they got the drummer already, the Fox, Eric Carr. I think, matter of fact, he was there during Shandy. I don't know. I don't know. But anyhow, Creatures of the Night, 1982, October. My favorite three songs, Creatures of the Night, I Love It Loud, and I Still Love You. And then the next two albums, I don't even think I listened to either one of these albums, or I don't. They're unforgettable, or they are forgettable. Lick It Up, September 1983. I only like one song that I know, because I only know one song off that album. Lick It Up. Then Animalize, 1984. Heaven's on Fire. That's all I know off those two albums. Maybe I need to take a gander at both of those albums, re-listen to them. But of course, Lick It Up. Creatures of the Night, Lick It Up, I think had Vinnie Vincent. And then Animalize had Mark St. Anthony, I believe. And then he had some hand problem. And then, of course, Bruce Kulick joined the band after that for his first album, Asylum, September 1985. And off that album, that's one of my favorite non-Makeup Kiss albums, that and Revenge. But off of Asylum, Who Wants to Be Lonely, Tears Are Falling, and Trial by Fire. And then we go to 87. They say through the 80s, Gene Simmons was more concerned about acting, so that's why some of these 80s albums weren't as good as they probably could have been. He wasn't involved in the writing a lot. But 87, September 87, Crazy Nights comes out. Another crappy album, but it did have a couple good songs. And Crazy Crazy Nights, great song, and the English people love that song for some reason. But it's a pretty nice song. Reason to Live, kind of like a ballad. Almost sounds like a foreigner song actually to me. But anyhow, and Turn on the Night. Probably only three. Maybe there might be one more song off that album that I like. The rest of them were all kind of crappy filler songs. Same with the next one, Hot in the Shade, October 1989. About 3 or 4 good songs. My favorite 3 off that album was Rise to It, Hide Your Heart, and of course the ballad written by Michael Bolton, Forever. And then we go to the final album of this list from 1974 to 1992, which is another my number 2 Kiss album without makeup, Revenge, 1992, May of 92 was released. And my 3 favorite songs, I mean, there's so many favorite songs on that one, but I had to go down to Take It Off, which is a good strip club song. But they never played it at a strip club. I was shocked. I went to strip clubs and I was like, man, it is strippers want to do it to this song. It's a really good strip. Anyhow, Take It Off, Spit, and Domino, which is kind of probably my only one on the list that has 2 Gene Simmons songs, maybe. Let me go through that real quick. Let's see, Parasite. Going Blind. Well, I might have another one there. Anyhow, yeah. Revenge. And then after Revenge, it all went downhill for me, for Kiss, because they did that next album. It wasn't even released. They kind of went grunge. They tried to go grunge. Never released the albums. Then they got the reunion, Makeup Back On. And then that album, whatever it was, with Bruce Kulick and Eric Singer, whatever hell it was released eventually, I guess, but yeah, it was crappy. And all those Kiss albums they had after the reunion with the makeup on, they were all crappy. Monster and all of them, they were all crappy. So the last good Kiss album came out in 1992. They were too busy touring and merchandise and all that shit since 1990, what was that, 96, to be concerned about writing good songs. And as a matter of fact, they should have kept Bruce in the band. But I don't know if Bruce left on his own will or if they fired him. I don't know. I still don't know the story. But they did it. Well, of course they did a reunion, so they kind of like, okay, we're doing a reunion. You're on hold. Peter, Chris, Ace Frehley. But then, of course, Peter left, Ace left. They picked up Eric Singer, who joined the band during Revenge. And they picked up Tommy Thayer, who used to be in what, Black and Blue, or I think. But I don't know why they didn't pick Bruce Kulick back up, or maybe he didn't want to go back. I don't know. But that's their last good album, was Revenge. Now, my top albums by Kiss, out of those albums, I'd have to go with Destroyer, Love Gun, Dynasty, Asylum, and Revenge. My top five albums by Kiss. Asylum was pretty good, actually. I mean, they had those three songs, All Night, King of the Mountain, really good songs, I thought. You know, not great, but all right, you know. Anyhow, Shagdog with his Kiss nonsense. I don't know if anybody's watching or commenting or anything, because it's going to Facebook and YouTube, so I don't know what's going on there. But anyhow, drinking my secret beer. This beer is going to be on my, probably on March 15th, I'm doing a special St. Patrick's Day live. I got like 3 Irish beers to drink. Irish whiskey, Irish cream, not the Baileys, but a different one, something cheaper. So I'll be able to do 3 beer reviews, whiskey review, Jameson, Irish cream review, and a car bomb, because I'm going to do a car bomb too. So now, if there's any other bands you'd like me to have a review on a Drinking and Thinking, let me know. I pertain to rock, not super duper hard rock, heavy metal. I'm not Metallica, Slayer, Megadeth. I do like a little Megadeth, a little Metallica, but I'm more of a hair band. Yeah. So, any albums you want me to go over, like just what I did, top 3 songs? Kiss had a lot of albums there, so I mean, come on. But yeah, that's my top 3 songs off every Kiss studio album from 1974 to 1992. And yeah, great shit, yo. Alright, well, I've been here long enough. Shagdog Spit or Swallow Beer Review. Make sure you buy your brake pads from Callahan Auto Parts. They're based out of Sandusky, Ohio, but I heard one of their employees drives all around trying to sell their brake pads. So I don't know if you come across them, buy those brake pads. And we'll see you in the next one, maybe in a week or I might not do any reviews until the live one on March 15th for my St. Patrick's Day, the Spit or Swallow Beer Review, St. Patrick's Day Fight and Drink Fest. We'll see you on that one, folks.